Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick here, and I want to talk about the new survival mode that this is the PV mode that we were promised back then, and I think there are a lot of good things and a lot of bad things with this new PvP mode, and there are certainly a lot of different opinions on the subreddit, so I wanted to give my 2 cents. So this new survival mode boasts new rewards and new challenges for you to do, but also with an increased risk. Normally, when you die in Fallout 76, you lose your junk, and if you engage PvP with a player and end up losing, you lose your level in caps to that other player. In this new mode, you lose double the amount of your level in caps, and you have a chance to lose some of your aid items as well. They haven't specified how many aid items you lose, and it varies from player to player, but from my experience, the more aid items that you hold, the more that you're going to end up losing. I went into battle with about 50 stim packs, and I was losing about 18 each death. I had killed somebody else who was roaming around in the survival mode, and they were dropping like 40 stim packs, so I can't even imagine how many stim packs he had on him. Now, this is the first day. This is our first experience with it, and I know we weren't all expecting the amount to be this much, but you need to look at it with the perception of that this is a hardcore mode, and you need to treat your aid items like your valuable junk. You're not going to go and start a fight with another player when you're carrying a lot of valuable springs, adhesive, and so forth. You're going to go to your camp and you're going to drop that stuff off. Now, you have to treat that with your aid items. You aren't supposed to be going into battles with 100 stim packs, 50 rataways, stuff like that. Go with what you need. This is survival. You bring what you need for base surviving, and you want to make sure that you're dropping off everything that is valuable to your camp. If you are a higher level, I would suggest maybe logging in with a friend and transferring over your caps to a separate mule character. That way, if you die a lot for whatever reason, you want to make sure that you're not losing too much of your valuable caps, especially since it's pretty hard to come by. They also limited the places that you can fast travel to in this new game mode. You can only transfer to Vault 76, your camp, and various stations that are littered around, the train stations with the vendors. Now, I personally see no problem with this at all. I think this is a pretty cool feature in this new survival mode. It actually forces you to plan out your route and actually travel to that location. And with the added XP bonus, it is worth it to encounter any enemies along the way. But with these limited fast travel points, I do think that there is a big flaw with this system, and I don't think that it is survival mode as a whole that's the problem. But when you fast travel to one of these locations, your body spawns in before you're able to do anything. So people that are already at that location can see you before you even load in. So they can kill you while you're just standing there vulnerable, and they can take your precious loot and they take your caps. I unfortunately was a victim of this. I fast traveled to the White Spring station. I died. I'm level like 140, so I lost almost 300 caps. And I was like, you know what? Screw this guy. I'm going to fast travel back. I'm going to try and kill him. Went back. Same thing happened. Immediately killed me. I'm like, there's just nothing I could do. I could fast travel somewhere far, and hopefully by the time I make it to him, he's still here doing his shenanigans. But he was also running a explosive double shot build, so he was able to kill me in a few shots. It was ridiculous. In order to counter this, yes, you could just respawn or fast travel to your camp and just travel that way, but it isn't really viable, and it is still a problem. You shouldn't be able to hurt somebody while they can't do anything. I think if Bethesda were to implement a sort of invulnerability for maybe 10 seconds after you fast travel, or maybe to prevent people with longer load times, maybe make it so they're invulnerable until they take a step. Once they move, then you can engage them in PvP, do full damage to them, and kill them. That way, it's a fair fight between the two players, and the one who is fast traveling there at a disadvantage. And one of the other major gripes I have with this new game mode is I really wanted to start this out with a fresh character. I wanted to see how survival PvP would be like if I was running around Fallout 76 with other players who are around the same low level as me. But unfortunately, when I logged in the first day with a fresh character, I was with a whole bunch of level 200, level 300 characters. And once I showed up on the leaderboard for being alive longer because I was just doing the main quest, people fast traveled to me and took me out quickly, and it was completely unfair. I was a level 3 with a pipe pistol. I'm not taking out any level 100 assassin bloodied character with a power fist. It's just not going to happen. And I really don't know how to combat this. There is a few ways I thought of, maybe making it so you can only create new characters in this mode, but this is realistically only going to be a fix for a few weeks. Once players start reaching the end game with their new characters, it's just going to be the same thing all over again. Another solution would be to split the levels up into different servers, like maybe 1 to 25 is going to be a server, and then levels 25 to 50 will be in a different server, and then 50 onwards are going to be in their own server. That way it's going to be more balanced and fair for the players. But again, if players are only going to be creating one new character, the servers are going to be pretty empty on the levels 1 to 25 side. So in my opinion, I think the very best situation that could be made out of this survival PvP mode is to create 3 different play modes. You have the standard adventure mode that you could play. It's the game mode that we've come to know and love. No changes there. We have the survival PvP mode, which is again the same that we have just got announced. No changes there, but I think that they should implement a seasonal PvP server. And I think that they should make this sort of like Diablo 3. Of course, you don't have to pay into it, but you have to make a new character. Everybody is going to be making a new character, and then they have to do challenges and do the story and level up, fight with other players. And in doing it during the season, you get certain rewards, maybe special legendaries that are only going to be in that season, or maybe certain cosmetics that you get based on how far you're surviving and stuff. And they could actually make this a little more competitive with the leaderboard system and give rewards at the end to the top survivors of the leaderboards. I think this makes it competitive not only at the PvP level, but at the survival level, trying to make it on the leaderboards towards the end. And then once the season ends, the character is going to be transferred over, and you can either choose to play with it in adventure or in the survival mode that we just got announced. And then when the next season comes out, you have to create a brand new character. But hey, there's all these legendary rewards, there's all these cosmetics that are introduced in this new season, and the only way to get it is in this new survival mode. This is kind of a kicker for those of you that don't want to participate in PvP at all and just want to experience it as a single player character. But I think if Bethesda really wants to do PvP in their game, they need to not do it half-assed. They need to make it fun for the players that want to do PvP as well. And I think a seasonal PvP game mode would be pretty interesting for the players. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I wanted to give my 2 cents on this new PvP mode. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to play with it with my main character. It's just too much of a risk to lose all my caps right now, because in order to gain back those caps, I either need to kill people in PvP mode or just do it in adventure, and that is a long grind in itself. So I think I'm going to stick with my new character that I created, just keep playing and just die to the high-level players until I start getting farther and farther, until I actually can compete with the higher-level players. But anyways, guys, I want to hear what you guys think about this new survival mode in the description down below. I know there's a lot of people that like it and a lot of people that dislike it, and I think there's an argument for both. There is certainly a lot of things here, and this new mode certainly isn't for everybody. I also want to let you guys know that I will be on a podcast tomorrow with Kato Genesis and Sarge. They are other Fallout YouTubers, and we're going to be discussing survival PvP mode, some new changes that are going to be coming to Fallout, as well as a bunch of other topics concerning Fallout and gaming as a whole. So if you guys want to check that out, I'm going to be putting a link to Kato's channel in the description down below. I don't know when the video is going to go live, but I will let you guys know. All right, thank you guys for checking out this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, join my Discord, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.